Hello and welcome back to the series on topic modeling and text classification for the purposes of the digital humanities. In this part 2, we are going to be exploring TF-IDF, or term frequency inverse document frequency. And we're going to follow a pattern throughout the rest of this series where each part is going to have 3 or 4 videos. Video 1 is going to be about the concepts behind the method, so explaining the method thoroughly. Video 2 will be on the necessary libraries to implement those methods. And then video 3 is going to be the Python code for actually using those libraries to perform the method. Video 4 in a series will be on the data visualization or other little things that might be necessary to take into account, such as going back and adjusting the parameters of the various methods that we're doing. So that's the general outline going forward. Now, as this is the first video, we are going to be asking a fundamental question. What is TF-IDF? Or what is term frequency inverse document frequency? And if you want to follow along, I am now starting to make all of my stuff available in the form of little textbooks that take you from essentially zero to hero when it comes to different topics discussed on this YouTube channel. I have done this for NER. It's now available at ner.pythonhumanities.com, and I'm doing it now for topic modeling as well. So go along and follow along there if you like. I can update the textbook, but I cannot update this video. So if you want to look at some of the more recent updates, check out topic-modeling.pythonhumanities.com. So what is term frequency inverse document frequency? Essentially, this is the mathematical algorithm or mathematical rule that is behind a lot of early and still used in some search engines. It is a way of understanding the value of a term in a document relative to a large corpus of documents. And this is going to be used in cases when let's say you have, as we're going to see in a little bit, 10,000 documents, and you want to know the documents that most deal with a specific subject. Say the word violence that we're going to see in a little bit. TF-IDF is the way that you calculate a document's the degree to which a term is used in a document relative to those other documents. In other words, it's a way of finding out and figuring out the value of certain searches for across a corpus and what documents to put higher towards the researcher's eyes. It's also going to be instrumental in kind of doing some rules-based topic modeling. It's a quick way to get a sense of a corpus, but I'm jumping ahead of myself. So that's generally what TF-IDF is. So the next question is, how is TF-IDF calculated? Well, it's a simple thing. It's just TF, term frequency, times inverse document frequency. But in order to understand how to answer that, you have to know what each of its individual components are and how to calculate them. And don't worry, you're not going to have to calculate these things by hand. Python and scikit-learn have all of the mathematical and scientific formulas that we need to do this automatically. So let's first address on how to calculate term frequency. And I find that it's best to really do this with a case study example. So in our play example, we are going to have 10,000 documents, and each of those documents, lucky for us, are 100 words each. So they're all perfectly 100 words. And we want to know, we're going to be using the search word for this kind of test example of violence. And that's going to be particularly relevant as the data sets that we're going to be working with throughout this series deal with violence and victims of violence coming from both apartheid South Africa and oral testimonies in the Holocaust. These are real data sets that I work with, and I think they merit a good case study for when to use certain topic modeling algorithms and when to use other ones. So that's our search word here, is just violence, just one word. So that's going to be our example. Now, let's say we're looking at a single document, just one document out of all 10,000. And this document has the word violence, and it occurs 30 times. So in 100 words, you have 30 usages of the word violence. This is how you calculate the TF score, the term frequency score. It is simply 30, the number of occurrences, divided by the number of words in the document. So if the document is 100 words, it's going to be 30 divided by 100. And that gives you 0.3 or 30%. That is going to be the term frequency score for the word violence in that one document. But remember, there's a second component here. So let's put this on pause, keep this in the back of your memory, write it down. We're going to be returning to it in just a second. The next part of TF-IDF is IDF, inverse document frequency. This is how we make one document in one term, and we put it in the context of the corpus as a whole. So remember, we have 10,000 documents. Now the word violence occurs 352 times in our, and it occurs at 352 documents. So there are 352 documents that have the word violence. So the way we calculate the IDF score is by simply doing log. So the logarithm, and there's a way to do this on Windows and any calculator. I'll show you that in just a second. Logarithm, and we're going to do that divided by the number of documents that it actually has. So 10,000 documents are in the corpus, divided by 352, and we log that formula, and we get a result of 145. So how did I arrive at this? Well, let's take a look at this calculator. So we have 10,000, and this is just the standard Windows calculator, and we're going to divide it by 352. And when we do that, we get 28.40909, etc. on down the list. Now we simply hit the log button, and we get 1.45. So that's how I got to that number. Let's put that away for just a second. TF-IDF is the multiplication of both a TF score and an IDF score. What that does is it tells you how concentrated or how essential a document is for a certain term relative to a corpus, relative to all the other documents around it. So let's go down to how we calculate that. Now we bring both of those numbers together. So 0.3 times 0.145. And let's go back to our handy dandy calculator. We can just do that times 0.3. And we get 0.43603. I rounded up to 0.44. So in that one document, its TF-IDF score for the word violence is 0.44. So that means that it's a TF-IDF, or it's term frequency inverse document frequency. So what this number can be used for, what is it useful for? Well, it can tell you and it can put in front of you the most essential documents for a certain word. So if you are interested in the subject of violence, a TF-IDF algorithm can look at all the documents in a corpus, analyze how frequently a word occurs in that document, and compare it to the IDF, the inverse document frequency, and put in front of you in order of importance the words that are, or the documents that use that word the most frequently and have the highest concentration relative to all other documents. Why is that useful? Well, it's useful for search engines because it allows for a search engine to easily and quickly and very computationally lightly find the most relevant pages and put them in front of the user. Well, for us as humanists or people interested in topic modeling for text analysis, it's also a very useful way to get a sense of all the words in a corpus and all the documents that contain those words. And then what we're going to see in a little bit, using all those calculations of all the different vocabulary words and all of the corpus, you can actually identify clusters. And I think I showed this in an earlier video. What you'll end up getting are clusters that have certain words by finding certain words in their TF-IDF score and finding the ones that have certain overlap between certain keywords. It's able to identify essentially clusters of documents. It's able to identify documents that have the highest concentration of certain words that overlap. And this is going to be done by using both TF-IDF and k-means, as we're going to see in video 3 of part 2. So that is what term frequency inverse document frequency is. Hopefully you have a better sense of what it is after watching this video. And if you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe down below. And the next video, I'm going to introduce you to the key libraries in Python for working with TF-IDF and k-means. It is a science library called scikit-learn. We're going to hear all about that in the next video, so that in video 3 of this part 2, we can actually start coding in some TF-IDF and actually doing some document clustering. That's going to be it for this video, though. Thank you for listening.